When Eastern culture meets Western adventure in the high mountains of the Himalayas, expect the unexpected.
And I refuse to believe that this is not possible.
That is what we came for, right there. Right, this is Ski the Himalayas, episode 5, the making of Not For Air stories born out of the film Ski the Himalayas 2. And with me today is John Miller, and we are reviewing the footage and giving you our casual commentary as we fly through a stressful event to figure out our expedition.
It's kind of nice because we're kind of getting to the point where things are beginning to move forward.
Yes, no good expedition doesn't have drama, and we don't
They're packing up. We are going to start moving, but we still don't have our permits. If you looked in the background there, there's a soldier there. We can't walk down that road without a piece of paper.
And eventually we get the paper. But these guys are about to become like the full-on story. You know, we are in a tea house here in Johnson, and you know, we've been hanging out down here for a couple days figuring out what's going to go on. And now we actually have a plan. I don't think I've ever been as challenged as I was on this expedition than to show up and to be like, oh my God, we're planning on a 4 to 5 day approach to a base camp to a country called Mustang to climb Sarabung. And that's not happening, which crushed me. I was totally crushed for like a couple of hours. That was so stressful dealing with that crap. 6 hours. Use my experience in this country to figure it out. And so now our plan today, this morning, we are going to move up to a place called Muktanath, which is a little town I've been to several times. Muktanath's a pretty cool spot. We're going to take some Jeeps and Land Rovers up there. And the funny thing about Muktanath is it's at 12,000 feet, so we have to kind of hang out, acclimatize there. And then we're going to hike up to base camp and establish this base camp up a little bit higher, halfway between Muktanath at 12,000 feet and Thorongla Pass at 17,600 feet. It's a lot of numbers, I know. It starts to be, you know, basically we're just going up a valley and trying to climb a peak. Setting up a camp, we're going to climb Thorongla Peak, or Thorong Peak, which is a 20,200 foot peak, and 2007 Tim Park. Looks like a damn good ski to me.
It looks phenomenal.
Really awesome day and a really awesome ascent. And so I'm pretty psyched to be able to do something with some buddies of mine that, you know, I've already done, and it introduces them to skiing and climbing here. I think this is like, suddenly makes people who are maybe afraid to come to Nepal or afraid to come to the Himalayas to climb or ski understand you could do a trip like this to Thorong Peak in 3 weeks or less and bag a summit and a ski descent, and the travel logistics on it are super easy. Yeah, this is the only thing I could put together in 6 hours.
This was a cathartic experience for Ben to be able to actually look in the camera and explain a plan that was actually going to happen.
Yeah, pretty amazing. We're going to go to Muktanath today.
Feeling great. I'm excited to be setting off. Yeah, I'm really happy. Really happy. Finally feeling good.
Feels good.
Ready to go.
And here's Gilu. Gilu is the man. Gilu helped us figure this out. Gilu is our expedition starter. He leads and manages the porter staff as well as the cook staff. These guys, you know, we were going to have horses, and that's what pretty much ruined the entire thing for us, was that where we wanted to go initially was a place called Mustang that you would generally walk into from the other side. We were trying to go from this side, and the only way to do it was to enlist the help of horses who don't quite carry loads like that.
That's Little Nima, and these guys make it happen.
And believe it or not, these guys are faster than the horses with that load. And they also don't need grass to eat because they can carry food, whereas the horses, we're going to have to carry more food than we could have horses for. It was a real crazy scenario. These guys are going to load some stuff up. We're carrying things now over to some Jeeps. And we're going to take these Jeeps on one of the wildest rides, scariest rides I think we've ever been on anywhere. And that's going to put us up from 9,000 feet to around almost 13 later today. And then we're going to do what we do best in Nepal, which is just sit around and see some cool stuff for another few days.
Absolutely. But the first steps of the expedition start now.
So we're headed out finally. Got these guys dialed in. It's about 10:15. Got a 2-hour drive up to Muktanoth, and gonna hang there for a couple days. Pretty psyched to be on the trail moving. Another beautiful day in Nepal.
Eric's a kayaker, and he was looking at this river just like, ooh, boat.
Yeah, he knows better. That Kalagandaki's got some running water. So here we are at our luxurious jeeping accommodations, trying to get a ski bag, which doesn't usually fit in most Jeeps, onto the top of one. Not a common sight in Nepal. These are our Jeeps. We're going to take these Jeeps up to Muktanoth. That's our new plan. And hopefully we'll get out of here pretty soon. We've been hanging out a whole bunch. I'm a little bit done with traveling and a little bit more psyched about getting out and climbing at some point. Not easy. Not so easy.
It's perfectly adequate following distance. Our drive continues to be fun, so big grins. Happier to be in a vehicle and you know, walking on this kind of stuff for no other reason than this guy might run me over if I'm walking.
High-speed rally driving.
So scared.
Pedestrians.
We've almost hit about like 30 people, and I don't think manslaughter at high speed is something that people get tickets for very regularly. It's definitely one of the craziest drives I've had. I've hiked this thing like 3 times on the same road, and to finally be driving it is pretty awesome. It's definitely a lot easier this way.
And plus, I'd rather be in the vehicle than be having the vehicle hurtling towards me.
Yeah. I mean, this is high altitude these Jeeps are driving at too. I mean, this is like up there. We're getting into the arid sort of desert climate, alpine zone. And that's as far as they want to go.
End of the
The
road.
moment he touched that accelerator, I was shit scared.
Right on. We are here, Muktanoth.
Muktanoth. It's Muktanoth.
We drive. We're here in peace all
It's hard to pronounce names in Nepal.
It was pretty gnarly. Bangs it right up here. He wasn't like, teasing like the brake or anything like that. He just,
Let's go. Let's go. Definitely a place where, you know, taking your foot off the gas is losing a face, you know.
the second solar oven I've seen.
Nice little rally driving up here is enjoyable. It seems like now we're in Muktanoth. We can see the peaks. It's nice to be a little bit higher. Don't think we're staying in a hotel tonight. I think this place is super busy, so it looks like we might be hanging in some tents. That's right. This is the bountiful place of Muktanoth. It's pretty exciting. And these are, the nice thing about Muktanoth is you get some amazing views. And you're looking right up valley at some really incredible mountains.
And we're just excited to be here.
I'm so psyched to be here with all my friends, and so psyched that they're so patient and cool with the fact that this whole thing just suddenly went from, yeah, hey, we're going to Mustang and climbing one peak. Yeah, so little next morning action for me. Folks, stay tuned. We're going to have more. We're going to be in Muktanoth. It's going to be pretty wild. Kind of legit expedition now.